Welcome back to Oscar's Bonsai Farm. This is one of the bigger ash trees that we have. We did a video, I think was 10-12 days ago, where we cut some back, wired it up, and I reckon that the leader is pressing in on the wire, and there's quite a few that have responded extremely well and have budded on most of the buds along the branch. This one hasn't fully done it, but the other ones have. So what we might do is just take the wire off the main leader and see what that does. If it holds, we'll just de-wire the whole tree and assess it from there. So we'll just take the wire off this top one. I reckon it's pressing in here. It's just a slight bulge on the top of the wire. Pays to cut the wire off so you don't damage any shoots. If the wire has held, we'll lower the leader to see if we can get some branching. At the moment you can see I've taken the wire off and it's holding, and that's only like 12 days. So I water these every day, regardless if it's rain or not, because I want to make sure that I've got enough water. So I'll just take it in and have a close up. So you see here how it's pressed in, and that's only 12 days, I'm sure. So we're going to go through and de-wire this whole tree, and then I'm going to go and look at the rest of the bonsai nursery, and any ash with wire on it is going to be assessed and get the wire off quickly. Got potential to be quite a nice tree, this one. Other thing I've noticed with ash trees, ones we have here anyway, you tend to get too short internodal lengths and then it extends into bigger. So we're going to take the wire up all the branches. .5 and 1 mil wire. I will unwind if it's easy to do so. You can see again this branch has stayed there, no problems at all. So we'll continue. These branches haven't been cut back like the other ones that we did, and I'll show you one of them that we did cut back and how it's actually pushed out buds along the branches and even down the trunk. This one here is slightly cut in as well. I better just unwind that bit. I unwound that because I could reuse that bit because it's quite a big wrap around that trunk. See, I can use that. So again, that's held. So we'll go along here. These buds on each of these leaves is pushing out, so that's good. It wasn't doing that a couple of days ago. starting to warm up in South Australia now. Had some cold spells and the trees kind of like stopped. Olives are kind of stopped, but now a little bit of warmer weather. We'll take the wire off of here as well. Look for any pressing in. Yeah, just up here. Just done the press in here as well, so it's perfect time. And take all this off. Wire's not that expensive really. You can reuse it if you want to unwind it, but if you're developing trees, sometimes you break off what's needed, and I've done that just trying to save a little bit and like that. I just use aluminium wire on all my trees. We'll keep going around. And even those we're starting to press in. So I've put on a little bit of size this tree. You just grab it. Alright. Go back. As you can see, all of the branches, this one's popped up a little bit. That's okay. This one here, that was up here, and that's holding its position. It must really settle down over the next few days. I won't put wire on it straight away. I'll give it a few days of rest, and we'll see where everything pops back to. And then when I put wire on it, I'll just bend it down a bit past where I need it, and then we'll check it in a couple of weeks' time. So that one's popped up a bit, as you can tell. Should be down there, but you can guide wire that down to here if needed. This one here is okay. Definitely moved up a little bit. Should be out. Okay. This definitely held, no problems whatsoever. So I'll let that grow out a bit more, I think, and then we'll come down to here and take this shoot here and come back out this way. But overall, that's pretty good. I'll go grab another one. Here's another one we did on the same day as the other one. The growth is just something else. Not sure you can see. I'll bring it in closer. So about 10, 12 days ago, and now you see all these little shoots coming out all over the trunk, all down this side. So extremely healthy tree. What you might do is just tap it out of the pot and just check out the root system. It's okay to tap it out of the pot. I'm pretty confident that roots are filling this pot no problem. We'll just quickly grab it off the pot. We'll have a look, see. This is the biggest one I've checked out. Flip it over. Little tap. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. That's great. We're just sliding back in. Put this back on because it's got some slow release fertilizer in it, so that probably tipped it off. No, that's awesome root growth. The gravel mix I use is pretty good. So we'll go along, we'll take all this wire off. These are all available next November when we open. We will cut this one back today. There's only wide high like this just to see how much it will hold its shape. You can see here it's pressed in. Alright, so that's the wire. You can, as you can tell, it's held its shape pretty good. You can see where it's pressed in just less than 2 weeks. So pretty impressive at the moment, the growth I'm getting. So what we might do, we'd like some of these shoots here. Got a long internal length here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it up here today. Just to see what it actually, actually no, I'll come down. We'll come down to there. And we'll see if it gives us a branch from here or here. So now we've got our first one, we can get a second, we can get a third. All of a sudden the tree's this high, start to get some ramification and it'll be looking pretty good. So as for here, it's not as strong as this one. So I reckon if I come along and you look at the base of the leaf, these are kind of active, these are kind of not. This one is. So when you cut, you'll get to 2 and then 4. So I reckon if I come here, do that, and then take off all these little shoots coming through. And just rub them off. We'll leave it like that. And we'll come back in 2 weeks and we'll see what the progress is. Quite crazy how that's got a wire mark in 12 days. Alright, here's another ash. This is the one that has surprised me a little with what it's done. It was worked on a while ago, then we wired it, then we took the wires off, and then we cut it back. So during winter this will get carved in and across, so it looks like there's a branch. But then the thing about this tree, I'll just bring it in closer, is that when we took the ends off, it's budded that like in places all the way along all the branches, and that's heaps good for an ash tree. Normally you would have to defoliate it, I've been told. Even up the top here, we've got 2 nice buds forming. We've got buds around the back. It's just, yeah, I think I've got the timing right. I've got the soil mix right. And I think I'll just keep writing stuff down, I think, because to have that there, as you can see all the buds back budding along the branch on an ash tree is pretty good. So it could be our weather, I don't know, until next year, I guess. But that's it for today. And I'm not sure what the next video will be on. We might just do a walkthrough. We've got heaps of stuff happening. wiring and dewiring trees weekly now. So it's pretty good. All right, thanks for watching.